Welcome to the deep dive. Wow, the world is just moving so fast right now, isn't it?
It really is. Almost hard to keep up sometimes.
And a huge part of that acceleration, well, it's artificial intelligence,
Yeah.
AI. So today we're going to really dive deep into this powerful presentation we found. It's called AI in Action, Empowering Multilingual Classrooms with AI.
Yeah, it's a great focus.
Our mission here is to pull out the key insights, especially looking at how AI is becoming, well, a genuine ally for teachers, particularly those amazing educators working with multilingual students. We want to explore how AI supports their incredibly comprehensive work. Not just academics, but culture, essential living skills, that support for students and their families.
That's exactly right. And, as we jump in, it's so important to keep perspective. AI, even with all its incredible feats, it's fundamentally a tool. A very powerful one, yes, but still a tool. So using it well means we have to understand how it works, what its limits are, and critically, the ethics. We need to be really thoughtful about using it responsibly in education. It's about being wise, not just, wowed by the tech.
Okay, let's unpack that then. When we talk about AI, especially with these large language models, what's actually happening? How does it manage to understand language well enough to, say, translate complex science for a student new to English? What is AI really beyond the hype?
Well, okay. At its core, the kind of AI we're mostly talking about here, generative AI, it's basically a system built on pattern recognition. It operates on absolutely massive data sets. It sort of simulates thinking or maybe human-like responses by predicting what comes next, like the next word or token in a sequence. It does this by finding these incredibly complex statistical patterns in language and images, whatever data it's been trained on. So no magic, just very, very sophisticated math finding relationships.
Right, sophisticated math. So if we pull back the curtain just a little bit more,
Yeah.
what are the key steps when AI gets some information, like language? How does it break it down to make those predictions?
Yeah, you can think of it in roughly three main steps. First up is tokenization. This is where the AI chops up language into smaller bits. We call them tokens. Could be a whole word, could be part of a word, like dismantling a sentence into its basic parts.
Okay, breaking it down.
Got it. Then comes pattern recognition. This is kind of the AI's secret sauce. It analyzes billions, literally billions, of these token examples. It's looking for how they relate, the context, the sequences that appear over and over. It learns which tokens tend to follow others.
So it's seeing the patterns across tons of examples.
Exactly. And that leads to the third step, prediction. Based on all those patterns it's found, the AI makes its best guess about what tokens should come next in whatever sequence it's working on. That's how it generates text that sounds coherent or provides a translation. It's always calculating the most probable next piece.
And this brings us to something really critical, something you mentioned, that really shapes how we should use this tech.
Yeah.
Even with all that pattern recognition, the AI only understands numbers. It doesn't grasp meaning, does it?
Precisely. That distinction is just absolutely vital. You have to keep it front of mind for effective, responsible use. The AI doesn't comprehend like a human. No consciousness, no real understanding. It's just a master of statistics.
And that's where we get things like hallucinations.
Exactly. Hallucinations. Those times when the AI gives you an answer that sounds totally confident, totally plausible, but it's just wrong. Factually incorrect.
Why does that happen?
Several reasons. Maybe the prompt was too vague or ambiguous. Sometimes the training data it learned from is outdated, or there are just gaps in its knowledge base, or even limitations in how it was trained in the first place.
And for a multilingual teacher, a hallucination isn't just weird, right? It can be genuinely harmful.
Oh, absolutely. Imagine a safety instruction misunderstood, or a key cultural point misrepresented, or critical academic content just plain wrong for a student who's already navigating so much. That's why human oversight, that teacher check, is completely non-negotiable.
Okay, so knowing how it works and knowing these really important limitations, how can teachers start using this powerful tool effectively, especially when they're supporting students from so many different linguistic and cultural backgrounds?
Well, it really starts with the input, what you ask the AI to do. We call them prompts. We've got some quick tips for better prompts that are pretty crucial for getting something useful back. First, be specific. Who is this for? What's the exact purpose? Vague questions get vague answers.
Right, garbage in, garbage out, basically.
Pretty much. Second, give context. What's the subject? What's the learning goal? More background helps the AI understand the task. Third, add structure. Maybe mention a time limit for an activity or how many items you need, or even the format like a table or bullet points.
Okay, structure helps.
And fourth, include style. Do you need it to be funny, formal, friendly, academic? Tell it. So, like, a bad prompt is just, give me a lesson plan. Pretty useless.
Yeah, what lesson plan? For who?
Exactly. But a good prompt might be, create a 30-minute lesson plan for a 5th grade science class on photosynthesis. Make sure to include a comic strip activity and a simple hands-on experiment suitable for students learning English. See the difference?
Oh, totally. Specificity, context, structure, style, that makes incredible sense. The prompt really is the steering wheel here. And it's not just about writing good prompts, is it? There are some really important do's and don'ts for AI use in schools. These ethical lines and practical boundaries seem critical.
Absolutely critical.
So on the do side, definitely create differentiated content. That seems like a huge win, right? Different reading levels, simplified explanations.
Massive win, especially for multilingual learners.
Use AI for translation and language support. Well, that's a no-brainer for these classrooms.
Uh-huh.
Generate examples and explanations tailored to what students need. And simplify complex concepts, breaking down that tough academic language.
Those are all great uses, empowering uses.
The don'ts are just as vital, maybe even more so for protecting students. Like, don't analyze private student data with cloud-based AI tools. Privacy has to come first.
Non-negotiable.
Don't share sensitive information with AI tools, especially if they aren't vetted or approved. Never rely on AI without fact-checking. Remember those hallucinations we talked about?
Always check the output. Always.
And crucially, don't use AI tools that your district hasn't approved. There are policies for a reason.
Right. And the core distinction you need to keep in mind is AI tools are generally great for creating content or offering support. They are not designed or appropriate for analyzing sensitive student data. Different ballgame entirely.
That's a really clear line.
Yeah. And for educators thinking about how to bring AI in thoughtfully, there's a kind of structured AI integration framework they can follow. It starts with setting clear learning goals. What do you actually want AI to help with?
Right. Start with the why.
Then choose the right AI tools that fit those goals and, importantly, fit your district's rules. Then, really important, create an AI policy. Could be for your classroom, could be school-wide, just sets expectations for ethical use.
Consistency, yeah.
Next, design AI-enhanced activities. Don't just substitute. Think about how AI can genuinely enhance learning. And finally, reflect and refine. See what works, what doesn't, get feedback, and adjust. It's a learning process for everyone.
It sounds like an ongoing cycle, really. And it's exciting because, wow, there are already so many different educational AI tools out there. You mentioned some categories.
Yeah, lots. For visuals and design, you've got things like Canva, even ChatGPT can generate images now, Napkin AI.
For quick checks like formative assessment.
Think Quizlet, Socrative, Quizalize. Many of these can adapt to student responses, too.
Lesson planning. That takes so much time for teachers.
Tools like Magic School and Diffit can be huge time savers there, helping draft plans or differentiate existing ones.
In presentations or videos.
Canva, again, Slides AI, Slideshow in video. Loads of options to make dynamic content.
How about research?
Yeah, for academic search, tools like Canva's features, Cite, SciSpace, Elicit can help find papers, summarize them. Really powerful.
And you even mentioned Chrome extensions.
Yep, specific AI Chrome extensions built just to help teachers streamline workflows right in their browser. The landscape is exploding.
The key seems to be finding the right tool for the right task, especially thinking about those multilingual students and how these tools can specifically support them. And this is where I think it gets really powerful. This is where AI can truly shine for multilingual teachers, right? Because their job is already so complex. Teaching content, sure, but also bridging cultures, teaching those essential living skills.
Right.
How is AI directly helping them provide that comprehensive support for students and families?
It's potentially transformative precisely because it tackles those immediate communication hurdles head on. We're seeing some amazing AI tools specifically for multilingual communication. Take NotebookLM, for example. It allows for these interactive AI-powered notebooks. Imagine students researching in multiple languages, interacting with source material, switching back and forth. It supports that kind of multilingual learning journey.
Wow, interactive notebooks.
Then you have the big ones, Gemini and ChatGPT. They're getting much better as AI assistants for real-time translation, not just text anymore, but spoken language too, and for creating content in different languages.
Pronunciation is always tricky. Anything for that.
Yeah, tools like Word Read Aloud, often built into browsers or word processors, and dedicated text-to-speech services like 11 Labs. They offer voices in many languages, so students can hear correct pronunciation and practice. Really helps build confidence.
That's great. And video.
Check out HeyGen. It lets you create videos and then generate voiceovers and translations in multiple languages. Imagine explaining a complex science concept with visuals and narration available in every student's home language. Huge accessibility boost.
That really opens things up. And speaking of translation, what you mentioned about ChatGPT for interpretations, the new advanced voice mode,
Yeah.
that sounds like a genuine game changer. It launched June 7th, 2025 for paid users.
Yeah, that's the one. And it's not just, translating phrase by phrase like some apps. It's designed for more intuitive, real-time interpretation within a conversation. You can switch between languages, and it just keeps translating back and forth during the chat.
So, like the examples they gave, asking for directions in Italy or chatting with a colleague from Tokyo.
Exactly. Or think about that parent-teacher conference scenario. The teacher speaks English, asks a question.
It translates to Portuguese for the parent.
The parent responds in Portuguese.
And ChatGPT translates it back to English for the teacher instantly.
That's the idea, like having a simultaneous interpreter right there on your phone.
Yeah.
It has the potential to just completely transform communication between schools and families who speak different languages.
But that directly empowers those multilingual teachers to build stronger relationships, understand family contexts better. It goes way beyond just checking homework.
Exactly. This isn't just about language practice in class. This kind of tech enables the seamless communication that underpins cultural understanding. It helps bridge those gaps. And it directly supports developing those practical living skills, too. Think about navigating parent meetings, understanding school forms, accessing community resources. Breaking down the language barrier facilitates all of that. It lets teachers support the whole student, the whole family, in a much deeper way.
And we're actually seeing concrete examples of this forward-thinking approach right here in Texas schools, focusing on multilingual learners.
We are. The Stargate project in Abilene is a really interesting one. They're pioneering AI integration across their K-12 curriculum, and they've made multilingual support a core part of that initiative, really rethinking things.
And Dallas ISD, big district, very diverse.
Yeah, the Dallas ISD AI Task Force is doing important work. They're developing clear guidelines, providing training, focusing on ethical and effective AI use, specifically in their diverse classrooms. They know it's crucial.
What about higher education? Are universities involved?
Definitely. You see UTD and Texas A&M research contributing significantly. University partnerships are creating innovative AI tools for multilingual education. Like UT Dallas has its Center for Applied AI and Machine Learning, CIML, and they're developing advanced multilingual AI systems. And Texas A&M is running these K-12 AI teacher training workshops, directly equipping educators. It's happening at multiple levels.
So connecting all these threads, looking at the bigger picture, what does this huge shift towards AI really mean for the future of education? And how does it place teachers, especially maybe those multilingual educators, as leaders in this change?
I genuinely believe that teachers will be the leads in the great AI shift. They have to be. They're the ones on the ground, understanding student needs, making pedagogical decisions. And we're seeing hard evidence supporting this. Look at the news about AI giants pouring $23 million into teacher training programs. That's Microsoft, OpenAI, Anthropic. The big players.
23 million, wow.
Yeah, a significant sum committed specifically to fund an AI training hub for educators run through the American Federation of Teachers, the AFT. Goal isn't just tech basics. It's about helping teachers truly integrate AI tools into their classrooms, generating lesson plans, sure, but also quizzes, personalized feedback, parent communication.
And that hub is launching soon.
This fall in New York City, it's a major signal that industry recognizes teachers are absolutely pivotal to making AI work effectively and ethically in education.
That's a huge vote of confidence in teachers. So connecting that training back to the students, what does this mean for them, especially in districts like, say, Garland ISD, thinking about their future after school?
Well, it directly connects to the need you mentioned earlier. Districts like GISD need to prepare students for the new job market. The World Economic Forum keeps highlighting this. The skills needed are changing rapidly because of AI and automation.
So it's not just about learning with AI, but learning skills for an AI-driven world.
Precisely. And look again at those future careers emerging from Project Stargate in Abilene. This isn't some distant future. It's happening now. That project involves a $500 billion AI infrastructure plan, with $100 billion being deployed immediately for 2 data centers. Right there.
That's massive investment.
It is, and it translates directly to jobs. Initially, 1,500 construction workers, but then 357 full-time positions once operational. And These aren't minimum wage jobs. The minimum salary is pegged around $57,600 a year. Roles like data center technicians, MEP managers managing the mechanical, electrical, plumbing systems for these huge facilities, these require new skills.
So specific tech roles, but it ripples out, doesn't it?
Absolutely. Stargate identified multiple pathways, obviously STEM pathways, but also construction and skilled trades are evolving. New roles in business and operations, growth in community and services supporting this infrastructure, and needs in energy and infrastructure itself. It touches almost everything.
Schools need to prepare kids for that whole ecosystem. Which brings us back to districts like Dallas ISD. Again, you mentioned they're really being proactive.
Yeah, Dallas ISD seems to be really leaning into this. They're actively working on integrating AI into their educational spaces. They have clear steps for AI integration, evaluate their tech setup, develop a strategic AI plan, provide that crucial educator training, roll out tools and phases, and constantly monitor and evaluate how it's going.
Very methodical.
And they've already integrated a pretty impressive suite of AI tools, things like Adobe Express and AI Grading Copilot, Canva AI tools, Gemini, Kami for annotations, Microsoft Copilot, NotebookLM. They're clearly committed to giving their teachers and students access to these resources.
So as we kind of wrap up this deep dive, the picture that emerges is, well, it's really profound, isn't it? AI isn't just another gadget. It's a tool that can truly amplify the incredible comprehensive work that multilingual teachers are already doing,
Yeah.
helping them support students not just with the curriculum and the content, but also with navigating culture, developing those crucial living skills, preparing them for a world that's changing incredibly fast.
It really is about amplification and support. And given everything we've discussed, the rapid advances in AI for communication, the vital role of teachers, the changing job market, maybe the thought to leave you with is this. What new forms of living skills are becoming essential now? Beyond just job training, what does it mean to truly thrive in a globally connected world that's increasingly assisted by AI? And how can our schools, especially those serving diverse students, start actively cultivating those skills right now?
That's a huge question. A really important one for educators, parents, policymakers, everyone to think about. What does it mean to thrive now? If you want to keep exploring this, keep learning, the presentation materials mentioned, a learning circle, you can scan the QR code provided there. They offer things like monthly updates on AI tools for education, prompt templates specifically for multilingual activities, case studies, and a place to share your own experiences. Definitely worth checking out. Thank you so much for joining us on this deep dive today.